Every culture values specific things, and the degree of those values changes from one group to another. In the United States, for example, people are very conscious of time and they value it very highly. In this lesson, we're going to explore the value of time in the American culture. All Americans know and respect the shared value of time. This is not to say that Americans are never late. Lots of Americans run late all the time. They are perpetually late. But they know that others look at this behavior in a negative way. When people come late to a meeting or an appointment, they always apologize and explain why they were late. This is expected. Americans will expect this from internationals as well. So if you come from a culture that does not value time as highly as Americans do, you'll have to adjust in order to fit in well with your American friends. All Americans believe that everyone's time should be respected, and we believe that everyone has a right to their own time. If I'm supposed to meet my friend for coffee at 11, I know I have to honor my friend's time and be there exactly at that time. If I'm late, I know that the message that I give to my friend is that I don't respect her time. If you say, "Thank you for your time," it means that you're thankful to someone for something that they did, but also that you're thankful to them for taking some of their time and giving it to you. Americans do not like to wait for anyone or anything. In the academic culture, this means that when you have a class, you're supposed to be there when the class is scheduled to begin. If you are late, it gives the message that you don't respect your teacher's time. But this respect for time and another person's time is never one way. If a professor is late to a class, students are allowed to leave after 10 or 15 minutes. This is because the culture values the student's time as well. We consider it a waste of time to wait for a person. In the business world, people say that time is money. This means that we consider the value of time and recognize that its value is equal to the value of money. Work takes time, and in business, people are paid to do their work. So if a person works slowly, it costs the company more money to get the job done. But if a person can work quickly, the company can get more work done with less money. This is all based on the use of time. Therefore, time is money. Americans may not always be aware of how they value time, but that's simply because it's such an important part of the culture that they don't have to think about it. Nonetheless, the way they value time affects many interactions between people. Here's a good example of a cultural misunderstanding based on the value of time. An international student hired an American teacher to be her tutor. They agreed to meet at the student's house every Tuesday at 12 o'clock. They also agreed on what they would study and what they wanted to accomplish in the 2-hour tutoring time. The tutor arrived at the scheduled time. The student was happy and offered some cakes and coffee to the teacher. The teacher ate the cakes and drank the coffee, and together they enjoyed some friendly conversation. After about an hour, they began their studies. At 2 o'clock, the teacher left. The student was disappointed because she had paid for 2 hours of instruction, but only got 1. The teacher was frustrated because he didn't do what he had planned for the session. After several meetings like this, the student finally told the teacher that she only wanted to pay for 1 hour. The teacher was angry because he had given 2 hours of his time to the student. As you can see, both of these people were reacting to a different value of time. As you adjust to life in America, there are many things you have to learn in addition to the English language. One of them is to understand the American value of time. So try to be on time everywhere you go. And try to respect your own time as well as others. And have a great time.